Welcome students. My name is Irfan Ahmed and today we are going to study about the topic structure and functions of cell. So here we will discuss about the animal cell, what the structure of animal cell is, what are the various organelles which are included in the animal cell, and the function of each and every organelle we will study in the detail. This is the front page. We can study the structure of the animal cell. This is the structure of the animal cell. You can see the various organelles here like lysosome, Golgi vesicles, endoplasmic reticulum, that's of two types, rough endoplasmic reticulum and smooth endoplasmic reticulum. We can also see here plasma membrane, ribosomes, cytoplasm, microtubules, various centrioles, nucleus is there, nucleolus is there, Golgi apparatus, mitochondrion. So this everything is included in the animal cell. So we have to study about the detailed structure of this cell and what the functions of the each and every organelle in the cell are. So the topics we will discuss here will be a definition of cell, shape of cells, size of cells, and structure and functions of the various organelles of the cell. So I will start with the definition of the cell. So if we will take the definition of the cell, so in the Latin cella meaning small room, it is a basic structural, functional, biological unit of all living organisms. Means we can say that the cell is the fundamental and structural unit of life, structural, functional, biological unit of life. Or we can also say that the smallest unit of life, it has the tendency to replicate independently, and often we call the cells as the building blocks of life, just as the bricks are the building blocks of any building, and same is the case with the cell. So cells are the building blocks of life. So the first one to discover cell was Robert Hooke, who discovered the cell in 1665. You must have heard about that. He saw the honeycomb like structure when he was observing thin slides of cork under a microscope, and he then noticed that each box that separated from the other by a wall, and he was the one to name each of these boxes as cells. So the first scientist to discover the cell was Robert Hooke, and in simple terms we can say that cell is the structural and functional unit of life. Okay, so what is the shape of the cells? Shape of the cells differs. Okay, amoeba, which is a single celled organism, it has no definite shape. It keeps on changing its shape as it moves or as it feeds. Okay, these help the amoeba to move or to feed. Pseudo means false and podia means feed. So humans also have millions of cells, like I will take an example of white blood cells which are found in the blood. Okay, cells which make up muscles. Okay, cells from the nerves like neurons. So their all shapes also vary according to the functions they perform. Means as the size, the shape of the cell depends upon the function the cell performs. And mostly the cells either may be round or they may be spherical, they may be elongated. Okay, some cells may be spindle shaped, which are pointed at the both ends. For example, nerve cells, or we can say that neurons, these are long, these are branched, because these are used to receive and transfer messages. So what the shape of cell is, it will be determined by its function. Okay, so amoeba, it is no definite shape like the shapes of the human cells. They have definite shape, and that shape depends upon the functions which they perform. So you can here see the examples of the various cells, like this is a smooth muscle cell. You can see its shape, edges are pointed, in the middle it is a blunt. You can see the blood cells, these have different shapes. Nerve cell, that is branched, ovum, little bit spherical, bone cell, branched, sperm cell, fat cell, ring shaped. So the shape of these cells is different. Okay, shape of these cells is different because the functions of these cells are different. They don't perform the same function. Okay, so this is about this. Now the size of the cells also vary from millionth of meter, or we can say that from microns to few centimeters. Okay, and most of cells we can't see with the naked eye. We need a microscope to see the cells. Okay, and it's also not necessary that size of large animals like elephant will be larger than cells of a small animal, for example rat. Okay, so the size of cell depends upon the function it performs, just like the shape of the cell depends upon the function it performs. Similar is the case with the size. So size also depends upon the function of the cell it performs. For example, nerve cell of rat and nerve cell of elephant perform the same functions and hence are of the same size. So the nerve cell of the rat, which is the small, and the nerve cell of the elephant, which is a bulky animal, both contain the nerve cells, both perform the same functions, and hence both have the same size. So size does not depend upon the size of an organism. It depends upon the function it will perform. So now cells, we know that these are basic structural units of organism, and when the cells combine they form tissues, then tissues which are made up of specialized cells which have similar functions, and tissues then form organs which perform a particular function, and then organs form organ parts which also perform specific functions such as respiration, digestion, etc. Then organ parts combine and these form the complete individual. Okay, so this is about that. Now you can see from here that basic components of cells. Okay, so everything which is inside the living cell, that's called as protoplasm. And what is protoplasm? It is nucleus plus cytoplasm, as you can see from the first diagram. So these basic components of the cell are cell membrane, or we can see that plasma membrane, cytoplasm and nucleus. So cell membrane, it has the function that it separates cells from one another, protects the cell from the surrounding medium. It is porous, allows substances to move into the cell or to outside the cell. Then there is cytoplasm, which is jelly-like substance between the nucleus and the cell membrane. It contains organelles such as mitochondria, Golgi bodies, etc., which I already told you. Then there is nucleus, which is spherical. It is situated in the center of the cell. Vital part of living cell. It acts as a control center of the all cell activities. Important role plays in inheritance. So then there is nuclear membrane also. Okay, it separates the nucleus from cytoplasm. It is also porous, allows some substances from the cytoplasm to move into the nucleus and some substances from nucleus to move into the cytoplasm. Then there is nucleolus. Okay, if you use the microscope of high magnification, you can see this nucleolus. It plays an important role in making proteins of cell. Then there are chromosomes, which are thread-like structures in nucleus which carry genes. And what gene is? Gene is a unit of inheritance in living organisms. It transfers the heredity characteristics from parents to offsprings, just like you resemble your parents because of the genes. So genes of the parents combine in different ways to produce different characteristics in their offsprings. And this was a flow chart of the basic components of the cells. Now we will start with the cell organelles. So first cell organelle is endoplasmic reticulum. You can see from the diagram, this is the endoplasmic reticulum, this is endoplasmic reticulum, and this is nucleus. These are the nuclear envelopes, this is nuclear pore. You can see here, this is smooth endoplasmic reticulum because it does not have ribosomes on it. And this is rough endoplasmic reticulum because it is having the ribosomes on it. Okay, and these are called as the cisternae, and this is called the cisternal space inside one. So now endoplasmic reticulum, what it is a network of the canals which are made up of membranes, and these include a fluid filled lumen, and it's of mainly of two types. One is a rough endoplasmic reticulum which is lined with the ribosomes. Okay, and the functions of rough endoplasmic reticulum, it plays a role in the synthesis of proteins as ribosomes are attached to it. And smooth endoplasmic reticulum, it does not have ribosomes, that's why it looks smooth, and it plays a key role in synthesis of lipids. So RER plays a role in protein synthesis and SER plays a role in lipid synthesis. That is the difference between the rough endoplasmic reticulum and smooth endoplasmic reticulum. So that is all for the today. In the next topic we will continue the cell organelles. Thank you.